back to my channel. So in today's live, I'm gonna be doing a set of Christmas nails. So I'm gonna be using my practice hand from Vita Bella. I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave that information down below. But before I get started, I am going to wait and just let a few people join. But I already, of course, prep the nails. I'm using the XL stiletto nail tips to create this set. And if you haven't already watched, I already uploaded a video of me doing a pink Christmas, a blue Christmas, and then tomorrow I actually am going to be posting a video of me doing a red, green, and white set of Christmas nails. So this time I just wanted to do a nude Christmas because I know there's a lot of people out there that are really into the nudes year round. So hey to everyone that has joined so far. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I hope you guys got y'all's Christmas shopping out of the way. I know I went and did that today, and yeah, I was ready to come home, y'all. It was too many people out. I was irritated. Yeah, I was about ready to just come home and call it a day. But yeah, so I'm gonna be using my acrylic powders. Three of them are from my nude collection, and then one of them is from my new collection that just launched last Monday, which is Gold Digger, which is a gold holographic acrylic. But just go ahead and get comfortable. I am gonna be, of course, answering questions as I go. I'm gonna try to make sure that I stay up to, stay active, or just read the questions as I go if anybody has any questions. But yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and get started. So again, the practice hand that I'm using is the Vita, y'all always butcher her name literally, Vita Bella practice hand. I did a video on how to use it as far as how to apply the nail tips. And then before I took, because these are the nails that I'll be posting tomorrow, but I just filmed the video on how I remove the nails. So I'll be sure to post that tomorrow as well, because I know I had a lot of people asking that. But yeah, so we're going to be using this practice hand. Again, I already prepped the nail. I applied the nail tips, as you guys can see. These are my XL stiletto nail tips. And then I use my 180 sanding band to remove the shine and to blend the nail tip. But as I mentioned, I'm going to be using some nude acrylics. I have my satin brown acrylic, which is a beautiful chocolate brown acrylic. Next, I'm going to be using Dusty Rose, which is it's like a lighter nude, and all of these of course are like in the shade in like the family of like different nudes and browns. This one is in the color Chocolate, and then we have Gold Digger, which is the one out of my new collection, and is a gold holographic glitter. So I did see somebody mention, let me see. It says, when do you plan on talking about where you get your nail products from? So honestly, y'all, I was gonna release like a come out with like a vendor list, but I think, I don't know, y'all. I'm still, because I know I talked about that before I got the building, and I've been super busy, and so I'm still trying to even decide if I'm going to do that. But I do plan on doing a video on basically how to get started and how to look for vendors. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So for the pinky, I am going to be doing just the chocolate color. It is going to be a sweater nail. So what I'm going to do is I can go in and then just do like a bead of, hold on, that is not clear. So I thought this was clear, but it's not. 1 second. But yeah, I had planned to like sell my vendor list. That was the initial plan after I did my video on, I forgot what I named it, but that video that I did on, basically how I made 6 figures as a nail tech and stuff. But I just, for one, have not had time, and two, I'm still trying to even considered or trying to really decide if that's what I want to do. But yeah, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on that. But I'm gonna go in, and I am using my number 14 acrylic brush, which will be launching at the beginning of the year, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But I'm going to go in and just do a bead of clear just over the entire nail. Now, even though it's my practice hand, I do like to just go in and act as if this was just like literally a human hand, just because I don't want to confuse anybody. If you're a beginner, like, this is what you would do. You would go in with a bead of clear acrylic, and then that way, whenever your client comes in and they want a feel, you can go in and just like, if they want a different color, you would just go in and just file away the colored acrylic that they have on, and then just add a new colored acrylic on top, and then that way you will have clear underneath. But like I said, even though I'm using a practice hand, I still want to make sure that I'm doing the correct steps. But after I did a thin layer of the clear, I'm going to go in with the colored chocolate. And I'm going to go ahead and just apply that closer to the cuticle area, and then just kind of dragging it and patting it all the way down towards the tip. Now, I will say that these acrylics definitely have a really good coverage, so a little definitely goes a long way. But of course, making sure that I pat around the cuticle area, and then very gently just brushing it down to where we get a nice coverage over the entire nail. But have y'all done y'all's Christmas shopping, y'all? Like, I literally was like in the worst mood being in between all of those people earlier today. We went to Target, we went to the mall, and it was just absolutely way too many people. And then while I was like walking around, I just like started adding stuff and getting stuff from my Amazon, because I just could not deal. And even like asking to get like different shoe sizes, like, they were taking forever, and like literally I just went online and ordered them instead, because ain't nobody got time for all that, like, literally. So just going in with another bead, of course, going around the cuticle to wipe off any of that acrylic that got on the skin. And before I go around the cuticle area, I do go in and wipe my brush off really, really good on a paper towel to get any of that liquid that's in my brush off. Again, going in and just very gently brushing everything down to where it's nice and smooth. Yeah, I definitely should have started my Christmas shopping early, but y'all, when I say, like, since we got this building, like, we have been working nonstop, and so we hadn't had time to do anything. And I really should have like just told my, because with my family, like, we do a gift exchange, and then we still get the kids like their gifts. But this year, like, I really should have told them, like, hey, like, I'm sorry, but count me out, because like, it's just not a good time. But we still, had to go out and get the kid stuff. I didn't want to, because at first I was like, you know what, like, I'm just gonna let the parents get their kid stuff, and then I'll just worry about my bonus baby and then my boyfriend and, like, my gift exchange one. But y'all, like, I'm just like, oh my God. But okay, so after I get a nice coverage, I'm going to go in with my clear, and I'm just going to encapsulate this. So I'm placing this bead closer to the cuticle area, and then I'm going to pat it down all the way to where it gives us a nice thickness and apex as well. Because remember, your colored acrylic, that is literally just for color, but whenever you come in with your clear, that is what's going to give your nail its structure, or like its thickness and apex. That way your nails won't break off, that way they're nice and strong. Hopefully you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. I definitely, y'all, when I say like, this practice hand definitely has been a lifesaver for me. Like, you guys know that like lately I haven't been as consistent with my videos, because y'all, like, that, like, taking on and, or like putting on and taking off my nails, like, is a headache. So being able to have this practice hand and it's a lot easier to use definitely comes in handy. So just going in and making sure that my nail is nice and even. That way at the end, I don't have any bumps and lumps. So I just went in and placed another bead right in the middle. Alrighty, so just like that, making sure I'm cleaning the sides off with my brush. And then also I forgot to mention, but y'all, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it in other videos, but the type of paper towels that you use are definitely super important as well, because if not, the acrylic is going to start building up in your brush and you don't want that. So I use the Viva paper towels, which are the signature cloth, and they work really, really good for me. I believe I can look it up very quickly, but I know, let me see, because I don't want to lie to you about the price of the hand. So, just looking it up very quickly, I believe, yeah. So the left hand, which is the one that I have right now, this one is $154. And she does have different tones. I'm not really sure what tone this is. I told her like I didn't care like what tone I got, to be honest. But you can make it a kit, which means that it comes with like your nail tips. It comes with, hopefully you guys can see it, but it comes with your nail tips, the tape, and the primer, and of course the hand. So 189. It's definitely an investment for sure. But y'all, like, it's definitely a well worth it purchase, because I know in my last video I mentioned that like I had another practice hand and it was super heavy, and then the fingers weren't as flexible. So if I try to move it, like, it'll literally come right back. And I hated that because it hurted like as I was holding it. But this one, usually I use like this tape roll and then I put the hand right there. That way I don't have to like hold it up. Like, it kind of just, I don't know, I'm just kind of using it as a stand, which works really good, because it keeps some of that just work off my hand, because if not it will be hurting. But right now I took it off and I'm just kind of positioning the hand, or like it's kind of on the table, and so holding it is not hurting my hand at all whatsoever, which is really good, because if not I'll be ready to just be done. Because like I said, the other one that I had, and it's literally right here, I can show you guys. So this one, I don't even remember where I bought it from, y'all, but see, like, the fingers, like, they don't, like, I mean, they move, but they won't stay in place, to where this one, like, if you move it, like, it literally stays wherever you want it. If you want to lift it up, wherever, it'll stay. And then this one is literally just all over the place, and this one definitely is a lot heavier. So after buying that first hand, I was hesitant on buying or getting any other hand, because I was just scared. Like, I'm like, I didn't have a good experience with my first one, so I don't want to get something else and it just does not work for me. But this one, y'all, I am in love. You guys seen that since I got this hand, I've literally have posted or filmed like 4 videos compared to the last few months. Like, I've have been having the hardest time trying to stay consistent for sure. But anyways, up next, I'm going to be doing an ombre on this one. I did skip the ring finger because I'm going to do a gold glitter. Now, whenever I'm doing glitter, I always do those nails last, because then if not, the glitter is going to be literally everywhere. So I'm going to use my color Satin Brown, which is literally like a beautiful chocolate brown color. Placing that at the tip, or closer to the tip, very gently patting it down and brushing towards the tip. Definitely a beautiful, beautiful brown color. I know, like, a lot of the time I feel like I struggle with trying to find like the perfect brown, because I feel like a lot of the time it's either like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of companies make their browns like almost like burgundy or like more plumish, and this one literally looks like a piece of chocolate. Like, I just want to bite into it. But hello to everyone that is joining. As I said earlier, I hope you guys are having or had a great weekend. I know you guys are probably getting ready for this holiday, this Christmas weekend. And yeah, I know it's a little stressful, but it's almost over. But next I'm going in with the color, was this a more, no, Dusty Rose, which is, hold on, let me, I literally had picked up a bead and then it fell somewhere. But it's like a new, do I want to use this one? Yeah, do I? Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, so just placing that right above that brown and then very gently brushing it down. Don't want to brush too hard because I don't want to take away from that ombre. I literally just want to blend those two colors in the middle. So usually when I'm doing this, I only work with a little bit of product at a time. That way I don't mess up my ombre. So placing that next bead closer to the cuticle area. As I'm placing it down, I'm pushing it up towards the cuticle as best as I can to where it's not touching the skin though, but it's really close to it. And then gently brushing down. If you get any product on the skin, make sure you go in and wipe it off immediately with the very tip of your brush. Okay, so I'm going to go in and place another bead because we still have like a little bit of sheerness, if that's such a thing. Sheerness, but just placing it, same thing, closer to that cuticle area, pushing it towards the cuticle, being really, really gentle, and then brushing it down towards the brown. Ugh. Cleaning around the cuticle. Okay, and then I feel like I am going to go in and place another bead of the satin brown closer to the tip and just kind of blending it up. I kind of feel like maybe I should have used like my Amore or Honey, one of those, but it's still cute. Alrighty, I'm gonna do just a tiny, tiny bead of the lighter color and just literally very gently stroking that towards the middle. Just like that. Yeah, so that's why, okay, so somebody said they usually get the second color all on the first color. And so that's why I only go in with like smaller beads. But if that happened, you can always go in with a little bit more of the first color. So in this, you know, basically with mine, I will go in with a little bit more brown. And you, like, y'all, literally the key is to just be really gentle and just trying to, almost like when you're working, just feathering the colors in. That way you're not brushing the acrylic too rough and then you're brushing it all the way towards the tip. Same thing if you go in with a little bit more brown, you don't want to drag it too far to the top. So I feel like that's good enough. Maybe just so, and see, that's another thing, y'all, with ombres is like you feel like, okay, maybe I can add a little bit more, or I don't know if maybe that's just my picky self, but I think this should be it. There we go. Just wanting to get like a really good blend to where it doesn't just look light and then dark. You want them to look, you know, very well blended right in that center. So after I'm done with the two ombre colors, I'm going to go in with the clear and just encapsulating the two colors. So placing it down, patting down, and then brushing down towards the tip. Cleaning the side of the nail with the side of my brush. That way it doesn't take, the acrylic does not take away from the shape. And then placing my next bead closer to the cuticle area. So placing it as close as I can, pushing it up with my brush, and then brushing down. Yeah, ombres can definitely be really tricky, but like I said, it's just a matter of working with a little product at a time. I know that's always what works for me, and I've been doing nails for a while, y'all. So just working, like I said, working with a little bit of product at a time, and then blending or like brushing the acrylic very, very gently, because if not, the minute you just brush too hard, you're gonna drag that color all the way down towards the tip. So for the thumb, I think I just want to do, I know Portia, like it can be pretty irritating. So for the thumb, I think I want to do just all of the chocolate, no, the satin brown, which is the darker brown. So just going in and doing my clear bead over the entire nail. And remember, the clear is just so, like, if this was an actual client and next time she wants to come in and instead of doing Christmas nails, she want to do maybe New Year's nails. And so instead of having to, like, do a whole new set, you can just go in and file away the colored acrylic and then file it down to the clear. And then you go in and add more of your, you know, whatever colored acrylic your client wants. So just going in and just going with the satin brown, placing that closer to the cuticle area. And I got a pretty large bead, so I'm going to go ahead and pat it towards that cuticle area as best as I can, being really, really gentle. Oop, making sure that you wipe away any product that gets on the skin. Patting. And then anytime you don't see the brush in the like camera, is because I'm wiping it off on my paper towel. And again, I am using the Viva paper towels, which are the signature cloth. Like, y'all, literally last week we went to Walmart to buy some because if I use like any other paper towels, like they just don't work for me, and the acrylic gets stuck in my brush so bad. And so like these are literally the only ones that I'll use. But we went to buy some and then they disappeared. So I'm thinking that maybe we left them at the store or like at the checkout. I don't know, y'all, like at the register, because they weren't in a car. Like they literally were nowhere to be found. So I had to get some more today because literally, like, these are the only ones that will work for me, because if not, my brush will be filthy. But y'all, look at how pretty this color is. Like, I feel like out of the entire collection, the nude collection, this one is my all-time favorite color. Just going in, placing another bead closer to the cuticle, just because it was like a little spot that was missing acrylic. Thank you, Portia. What paper towels do you guys usually use when you're doing nails? Because I honestly feel like, y'all, when I say like paper towels, and you think that they don't matter, but I feel like they really are essential, like using the correct paper towels. Because if not, like if you ever notice that your brush like gets super dirty and the acrylic just gets stuck to your brush really, really easily, try using these paper towels and you definitely will see a difference. Elizabeth, like literally today I make sure that my paper towels were in the car when we were loading this stuff, because I feel like I'm pretty sure we paid for them and just left them. I really feel like because I see people are saying Viva paper towels, like I feel like Viva paper towels really need to come on with like a sponsorship or a promo code or something, because yeah. Because yeah. But just going in with my clear. Yeah, those paper towels work really good as well, because the other day I was going to film a video and that's the day that I was looking for my Viva paper towels and I just could not find them. And luckily I found the blue like automotive paper towels, and those work really good. They're basically almost the same material as the Viva paper towels, so those will work as well. Yeah, those work really good. If you don't know what I'm talking about, they're literally like blue paper towels that you can find in the automotive section at Walmart. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen them. You can find them at, yeah, AutoZone, like literally seems like everywhere. The dollar store, just about anywhere. But they're blue and they also work really well. Okay, so I did the brown on the thumbs, looking really good. So on the other two fingers, I'm just going to be doing glitter. Like I said, when I'm doing glitter, I always do those nails last because if not, the glitter is going to be literally everywhere. So I'm just going in and doing my clear. And I'm going to go ahead and do it on all or both of the nails that I have left. So just going in and doing my bead. Y'all, this nail really is coming up. I don't want to touch it, but it needs to be fixed. Going in and doing my bead of clear on this index finger as well. This is my number 14 acrylic brush, which will be launching at the beginning of the year. It's just like my 12, but it's a little bit bigger. Again, it is the number 14 brush. Alrighty, so for this one, I'm just going to do all glitter. You know what? I'm going to do this one first, actually. So for this one, I'm going to do an ombre. So I'm going to do the color Dusty Rose at the back. So just placing it closer to the cuticle area. I probably went in with a little too much, y'all. Cleaning around that cuticle area. And I don't, like, since it's going to be an ombre, I definitely applied way too much of this color. But since it's going to be an ombre, I don't want to brush it down too far. So I'm just going to blend it right there. Because I do want the tip to be clear. Okay. Alrighty, so I got it to lay down really nice and even. I am going to go in and do just a tiny, tiny bead around the cuticle area. Alrighty, just like that, cleaning around the cuticle area. And then now I'm going to go in with the color Gold Digger. So this is what it looks like. Super beautiful. If it'll focus. Yeah, like it literally sucks. But just going in with this gold, placing it right in the middle, brushing it down towards the tip. And then kind of brushing it to where I'm just blending it in with the nude. Okay. I'm going to go in and get just a tiny bead, like literally barely anything, just to add some bigger little pieces right there in the middle. Just like that. And then I'm going to go in and encapsulate this with my clear. Thank you, Cynthia. Do you mean a video like removing what, like your acrylic nails on your natural nails? Is that what you mean? Because if I believe I do have one, and if you just search, like, if you just go here, of course, on YouTube and just search Natalie Carmona how to remove acrylic nails, there should be a video that pops up on how to remove acrylic nails, if that's what you mean. I'm gonna go in and apply another clear, or another bead of the clear. And then as always, y'all, if you are watching, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, be sure to ask away. Don't be shy. And I'm trying to work and read as I go. So if I miss your question, just feel free. If you don't get irritated because I'll keep missing it or anything, just comment again and hopefully I'll catch it. But at the end, I will stop and just answer questions as well. Thank you, Alondra. And then also, as always, I am open for suggestions on different video ideas you guys may have. Hey, Janice. Hey, I hope I said this right. Miosha Hall. Hey, girl. Thank you. Yes, this glitter is definitely absolutely beautiful. It's so, so shiny. And the brush that I'm using is my number 14 acrylic brush. I also have a number 12, as I mentioned. This number 14 will be available at the beginning of the year. And then also, I used to use the Alpha brush, but they recently went out of business. But other than that, I don't think the only other brush I've ever used was the Jace Beauty Concepts. But if you're looking for a brush, be sure to go check mine out. Again, I do have the number 12, which I'll show you. This is what my number 12 brush looks like. Hold on. It's literally been in this bag that I took to my mom's house. But this is my number 12, and then this is the number 14. So just a slight difference as far as size. But then I also changed that a little bit. The new one will say Get Nail 32 and slash Carmona as well. But yeah, I do have the number 12 on my website right now, which actually, you know what, I totally forgot, but they are currently out of stock. But they will be back really, really soon, y'all. Like the 14, it will be here as soon as probably like the first Monday of the year. So I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. You're welcome, Brooklyn. Thank you for watching. Day, girl. So I honestly don't even know. Like, I can't even just give you like a specific time frame on how long it took me to, like, get good at nails. Because don't get me wrong, like, I don't know, I feel like, for one, I feel like we're always our biggest like judges. And so I feel like, of course, like, there's always room for improvement. There's always room to learn. But I know when I first started, y'all, like, when I say I was practicing like literally every day, like, and I know I get a lot of messages of people saying like, hey, like, I want to start doing nails, but I'm not getting any clients. And y'all, like, when I say we all go through those stages, and literally, like, nowadays, it seems like, I don't know, y'all, like, people want us to like prove ourselves to them, for them to start coming to us to do their nails or whatever. But I know it's crazy, but literally what I recommend is just keep practicing, because I promise you, like, if you practice, and obviously this is like common sense, but practicing, like, you could only get better. And so, like, just making sure that every time that you practice, you take a picture and post it, and just basically just trying to build your portfolio. And so that way, when you tell anybody like, oh yeah, like, I do nails, check out my Instagram, like, they'll have something to refer to and be like, oh, okay, they look good, let me go ahead and book. Because you don't want to sit there and be like, oh yeah, I do nails, and then you don't have nothing for them to look at. Because just like, I feel like that goes with any business. Like, if I'm looking for somebody to make me a cake, or looking for somebody to do my hair, like, I'm gonna go to their Instagram and I'm gonna see what their work look like. And if it looks good, then I'm gonna book. If I feel like, like, I don't know, then most likely I'm not gonna book. So nowadays, it's making sure that, like, literally, y'all, like, that you're really taking good pictures, and then of course that your work looks good. But for like at the beginning, I would suggest just try to like practice on like yourself, your family members, your friends, and just try to perfect your craft. Try to, for one, like make sure that you practice your foundation as far as your acrylic application, your shaping, and then you start worrying about like the nail art, the bling, because y'all, like, I feel like a lot of the time people worry too much about like the nail art and bling, but if the nails don't stay on, like, what's the point of doing all that bling and art? Like, it's literally gonna go to waste. So make sure that, like I always say this, y'all, make sure that you perfect your application first, and then you can go on to your rhinestones, your, crystals, your nail art and all that good stuff. But first, make sure that the nails are gonna stay on, please. Because then, if not, you're just gonna be wasting your product. Nessie, girl, I was the same way. Like, do you plan to get your license, or like, do you want to work on other people, or like, what is your plan? Because, like, I know at first when I first started, y'all, like, of course, I wasn't licensed, but I was in school. And so I would just let people know, like, hey, well, really, I feel like nobody really ever asked y'all. But like, you do want to make sure that you're careful because, of course, you don't want to get in trouble with like the state board and stuff. So, just let people know, like, hey, like, I'm still learning, I'm just practicing, but I am charging to cover, my products. But like I said, I don't necessarily just have like a time frame where I can just like, I don't even remember, y'all. So I couldn't, like, I don't even want to sit here and lie and say like, oh, it took me these many months to perfect my craft. Like, no, like, I literally don't even remember. But I mean, I feel like it's even different for everybody. Like, just because, like, if I sit here and tell you like, oh, it took me 3 months, it doesn't mean that it's gonna take you 3 months to get good at doing nails. So like I said, just practice on your application, practice your shaping, practice, whatever you feel like you need more work on, and just post your pictures. Who, as far as how much I spent on my nail room, y'all, when I say I've gone through so many nail rooms, but let me tell you this, and actually my boyfriend and I were talking about this, yes, over the weekend. Hold on. I just want to tell y'all which colors I was using again. So I used the Satin Brown, which is the darker brown, Dusty Rose, which is this color right here. And then I used my Chocolate color, which was the pinky. And then I used my Gold Digger, which is the gold glitter. But yeah, so I want you guys, and I don't want this to come off like rude, or I don't want this to come off harsh, but look, y'all, like, everybody experience is gonna be different. Like, I promise it's gonna be different. So when people ask like, how long did it take you to do this, or like, how much did you spend for this, like, you have to realize that people are like, example for me, like, I've been through the stages of like being a startup nail tech, and I wasn't going out and buying the expensive table, expensive products. Like, I started using 99-cent acrylic, not acrylic, but using the 99-cent nail polishes and the nail kit from Walmart. And so, like, like, we all start somewhere different. Like, you want to start where you're comfortable, starting. Like, you don't want to go in and spend hundreds of dollars if you don't have it. Like, you don't have to go in, and if I'm using Valentino or using all of this high-end brands, like, you don't have to do the same. Like, there's plenty of other brands that are affordable and beginner friendly as well. But y'all, when I say, like, when I first started, like, my table was literally a desk that I made out of a computer desk, or like it was almost like an entertainment center. And so, like, just use what you have available to you. If you have a desk that you already have, like, just turn that into a nail table. And then once you start making money, then you invest that money and buy you a better table. But don't go out here trying to be trying to go broke just to make everything look nice. Like, of course we want things to be pretty, but just use what you have available and then upgrade, if that makes sense. Like, please, like, just be smart about it. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my 80/80 hand file, and I'm just going to shape my nails. Of course, they're already that stiletto shape. We're just going to make sure that they're literally like super sharp and even. So just going in, add a 90-degree angle on both sides, making sure that as I'm filing, I'm putting most of that pressure on the tip because that's what I want to be a little bit more narrow. So also I do turn my file just a little bit to get any of the little rough edges that are underneath the nail. So just alternating from side to side. And then as I'm working, I'm paying attention to my free edge. Once I feel like, okay, it's pointy enough, I stop. So like right here, like it's literally pointy enough for me. Both of the sides look even. And so we can move on to the next one. So same thing, holding the file at exactly a 90-degree angle, just filing back and forth, kind of holding my file and going underneath the nail to get those rough edges off. Same thing on the other side, holding it at a 90-degree angle. Making sure that it's nice and pointy. Just like that. So you can definitely see the difference between the before and after of shaping. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on all of them. Y'all, so as far as like posting, I know somebody said, how do you gain followers? And y'all, so when it comes to social media, like it's literally just about posting, making sure that you're using your hashtags. But lately, especially Instagram kind of has been all over the place. Like even me, y'all, I feel like I've been stuck at like 140,000 followers for a while. Like I know it was even going down for a while. And so Instagram definitely has been all over the place. Like I don't know what their algorithm is. Like I don't know what they want from us. Like I don't know, y'all. Like if you know, like let me know. But I feel like I really do not know what the secret recipe is to, to doing good on Instagram, other than, of course, using, good lighting, making sure that all of your pictures are high quality. But other than that, I do not know. Like I feel like even like my posts or reels or pictures, like they're always like a hit and miss. Like sometimes they may do really good, and then other times like I don't get a lot of views. Like it's literally just a matter of like testing, like a testing, how do you say it, trial and error. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but I know if you're trying to like gain clients, like if your goal is to gain clients, then of course you want to use like hashtags that are relevant to your city. So you don't want to sit there and just go like, nail tech, nails. Like you want to type, like if you're from like say Brooklyn, New York, you want to type in, Brooklyn nail tech or New York nail tech or New York City nails, or, just literally hashtags that are related to your area, just to try to be a little bit more specific and you're not just being too generic. But of course, if your goal is to just grow your Instagram period, then you can be a little bit more generic. So like hashtag nails, hashtag coffin nails or pink nails and stuff like that. But like I said, if you're trying to gain a clientele or clients, then you definitely want to make sure that you're being a little bit more specific to your area. And then even if y'all, like, even if you want to post like on like the Facebook marketplace and stuff like that, like just, I don't know, like you want to utilize all of your platforms. Okay, so I think, let me see. Somebody said, is there any way to lower the smell of monomer, like a scent to add into the monomer or anything? So actually, yes, I do. So I have the odor out drops. These are my peach scent, and I just got my rose scent last week, which I need to add to the website. But these, you literally just add 2 to 3 drops into your monomer, and it doesn't get rid of the smell, but it just kind of gives the monomer a more pleasant smell or scent. And so instead of smelling like really strong monomer, it's just gonna give it like a scent of peaches. And so like I said, it doesn't get rid of the smell, it just gives it a little bit more of a pleasant scent. So I finished shaping up all of the nails, and this is what they look like. We have a really nice stiletto shape. What do you guys think of the shape? So I actually have the nail kit for beginners that I recommend and use, of course, comes from my website. And so it comes with literally everything that you need to start doing nails. It comes with your acrylic, your monomer, your acrylic brush, nail tips, bling, nail stickers, nail forms, dap and dish, um, what else? Nail files, buffers, nail glue. Like it literally comes with everything. However, currently it is out of stock because I'm waiting on my acrylic brushes to come in. Like that's literally the only thing that I'm out of right now. And so they are out of stock, but I'm hoping that they'll be back in stock next week for sure. Yeah, Lisbeth. So definitely like YouTube shorts are doing really good right now. Another thing that's doing really well is definitely TikTok. I feel like yeah, like people are staying away from Instagram because it's so weird. Like I said, it's almost like okay, Instagram. Like, what do you want from us? Like, it's just literally all over the place. Like I don't know. Like I don't it's almost like it makes you say, okay, what am I doing wrong? And it's such a like hit and miss. Like you just never know if a video is gonna do good or not. Like then a lot of the time it's like you put so much effort into like a video and then you think it's gonna do so good and then it doesn't. So the practice hand that I'm using is my Vita Bella practice hand. I do have a promo code, so I'll be sure to leave that information down below. And then I posted a video the other day on how to use it as well. So I'll be sure to link that down below once I'm done with this live because I will be saving this live. But anyways, now I'm just going in and using my extra fine tapered drill bit, and of course I'm following around the cuticle area. Hold on. So going around the cuticle area. And then also, of course, I forgot to show you guys, but my nails are pretty like nice and smooth, like don't have any bumps and lumps or anything. So I'm just going to demonstrate what I do. So I just go around the cuticle area and then, of course, following the rest of the nail. But remember that whenever you're doing like nails on, of course, a client, it's really, really important that you focus around that cuticle area because this is where your lifting will come from. So if you have any gap between your client's natural nail and the acrylic, you will get lifting. Yeah, so like as we were saying, like with Instagram, y'all, like it's so hard. Definitely a hit or miss, but the only thing you can do is just keep posting. Like I would suggest, like if you make a short like a reel, just go ahead and like use that same reel and just post it on, like your TikTok, post it on YouTube shorts. Just utilize that same content and just post it over multiple, just multiple social medias. But literally nowadays, it's all about posting your work. Like when people book you, they want to see work. Like if somebody told me like, hey, like I can do your hair, I want to see some work. I want to see, how you do. Because if not, I'm not gonna book. So it's the same thing. You want to let people see how your work looks. Okay, so somebody said, how do you keep the acrylic around the cuticle from being clear underneath the acrylic? Huh? How to keep the acrylic around the cuticle from being clear underneath the acrylic? Oh, I don't know exactly what you mean. I don't know if I'm just overthinking it, but could you reword that, please? No, so this drill that I'm using is the Flawless Pro Nail Drill by MAKARTT. Absolutely love it. I love the color. I love the drill. I love just everything about it. It's definitely powerful. And so usually like during this part, I use my E-file at like 15,000 RPMs. But with this MAKARTT one, like I have to use it at a slower speed, especially if this was a real client. I'll be using it like at 8,000 RPMs, y'all, because it's so powerful. It is a 35,000 RPM nail drill. So make sure that you're really careful when you're using it. Okay, so last we have the thumb. And then again, y'all just going around the cuticle area. Okay, so just like that. And then next, I'm going to go in with my buffer. And this is going to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file. So when I first started YouTube, y'all, like this was back in 2000 and somebody asked how was YouTube when I first started. So yeah, so when I started, this was back in like 2017. And so there was, I mean, there were a few like other nail techs posting videos, but I feel like I've always been like really detailed when it comes to my videos. And so I feel like people really like them because if you're like a beginner, like you really could learn a lot from my videos compared to other people. Like they maybe didn't share like literally step by step. And so that was one thing that I always focused on, was making sure that I didn't skip any steps and I was as detailed as I could. Thank you, Tristan. But even like YouTube definitely has changed a lot. I feel like I don't know why, like I don't know, y'all, like my views definitely have been down for a while now. Like I was thinking that maybe because I hadn't been like, of course, as consistent, but so I'm trying to like start back posting more consistently, and just try to get back on a posting schedule, more regular posting schedule. But definitely YouTube has been up and down for sure. So remember that when you're buffing the nails, I always buff like towards the tip or the free edge, and just making sure that as I'm doing this, I'm holding my client's finger and the nail as well. That way the nail isn't just wobbling. So my website is Get Nailed 32, and on there you will be able to find like literally anything that's nail art. I have a whole bunch of nail art items. I have acrylics on there now. I have gel polishes, nail files, buffers, glue, like nail tips, a whole bunch of nail tips, like literally everything. Rhinestones. Okay. So just like that. So this is what the nails look like. I feel like this one's a little lopsided, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, that's better. So this is what the nails, well, actually, hold on. Okay, so this is what the nails look like after the acrylic application, after all of the filing and buffing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just very quickly wash my hand off. And what I do is I literally just use a little manicure brush and use some soap and just scrub all of the dust off and then pat it dry with a paper towel. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean my desk off. And then I'll go wash it off. So YouTube, somebody just asked, how does YouTube pay? So YouTube basically pays for views, but they have to, so like when you're watching a video, you know how like you get ads. And so when people watch those ads, like you basically get paid for like people watching those ads. And so there's like a certain amount of like money that YouTube will pay you per view, but not just from watching a video, but from those ads, if that makes sense. I know it's a little confusing, but the price of it or the amount always changes for sure. But y'all, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go wash this off and then we'll move on to the nail art. Alrighty, so I'm back, and like I said, I just basically towel dry the hand once I've rinsed it off. So my nail classes that I have available on my website, so basically they don't include anything. They're just basically like you would tell me what you need help with, what you're struggling with, and then I would basically do a one-on-one like video call with you and just go through whatever it is that you're struggling with. Okay, so next, I'm just gonna be going in and doing a few little snowflakes, and some bling as well. Hold on, I'm trying to fix that in there. So, let me see. Let me see. What do I want to do? Okay. So I'm going to be using my nail art brush. These brushes also will be available at the beginning of the year. And it's going to be a set of 5 different brushes. And then each brush has like 2 brushes on, like 2 different brushes on each side. So this one is my 20 millimeter and then the 15. So, and then it has my logo in the middle. But yeah, so these will be available soon as well, and I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on that. And I'm gonna go in with some white gel polish, and I'm gonna be using my nail polish plate, which is available on my site. If I can find my white. Okay, so I'm gonna be using my white gel polish. Thank you, Janice. Yes, definitely our shipping, unless it falls on a weekend, like all orders go out like literally the next day. Or if they're placed like before 3 p.m., then if you place an order, it will go out that same day. But just depending on what day of the week it is. But we definitely try to send out everyone's order like super, super quickly, because I know what it's like waiting for an order, and I'm very impatient. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go in and just draw some snowflakes. Yeah, when I'm doing any like small art, thank you. Yes, I'm definitely loving the black and gold like new logo and stuff that I came up with. Definitely super classy and just clean looking for sure. Thank you. But y'all, whenever I start doing like little small art like this, I get really quiet because I have to concentrate. Yeah, and then also like if you guys, which I'll have to look it up, but I know a lot of the time I get questions on like how to get started as far as like starting your own small business. And I just seen somebody saying something about starting an LLC. And y'all, so if you ever have any questions regarding like starting your own business, of course, all of the laws and stuff are different in every state. But I know like the other day, my boyfriend and I went to this university that's like close to us, and they have this program where they help people start their small business. And then last Wednesday they actually had a what would they call it, like a little class or like presentation on like um marketing and social media for like small businesses. Now, I will say that that class was like literally for somebody that is starting a business from scratch. So it was just more of like a refresher for us. It was more of like common sense for us, I guess I could say. But definitely would have been really helpful for someone who is starting from scratch. But basically, just what I'm trying to say is that you want to make sure that you utilize different resources that are available to you. It doesn't take anything to just do your research and just go on Google and type in like, how to start a small business, and just trying to literally get a little bit of help if you can. Oh, excuse me. But I know I'm the type of person where I just want to do everything myself. And so I'm pretty sure that there's people out there just like me, which is understandable. But sometimes y'all, like, especially when it comes to like all of the legal stuff, like it's okay to ask for help. My boyfriend and I, you guys know that we're starting our new business with the building and stuff. And so like we literally um went to, what was it, like we went to that place I just told you guys about, to get more information on like permits and stuff, just because I didn't want to get in trouble when it came to any like legal stuff. And so just making sure that you do everything the right way definitely is important. But I'm just gonna go in and cure that really quickly. Yes, the practice hand is from Vita Bella, and um I do have a promo code which is just Natalie, Natali. Jenny's, I know, girl. Like I definitely some she said she's surprised that my logo is in pink. So I don't know if you guys, which no, I haven't posted them, but I got new like thank you cards for my online orders. And so I don't want to get rid of like my Get Nail 32 logo. And so I decided that I want to keep both like my Natalie Carmona and my Get Nail 32 one. And so I did my new thank you cards where it's literally like one logo on one side, the other one on the other side. And so I just feel like, I don't know. It's like I'm both of them. I'm getting L32 and Natalie Carmona. And so I had to keep both of them for sure. So I love them though. Okay, so, oh, did it cure? I don't even know if it was on. I'm over here running my mouth. But yes, y'all, so make sure that, like I said, if you're wanting to start a small business, make sure that you just ask questions. Like it's okay to have mentors. It's okay to network definitely will take you a very long way. So make sure that you network, make sure that you ask questions, call people, make sure that you're doing everything the right way from the beginning. That way you don't get in trouble with any like tax stuff or just any legal stuff, period. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with some bling, and I'm just gonna be using like these champagne color rhinestones. And y'all, I don't have my nail glue with me, so let's see, what am I gonna do? So first I'm gonna go in and just do my top coat, because I'm gonna do my bling. Actually, you know what, I'm doing a sweater nail on this ring finger, so I'm gonna go in with my top coat, and I'm gonna apply that on the pinky and the, probably all of them, y'all. But the remodeling, so right now we're kind of like at a standstill because we're waiting on my dad to come and finish painting the ceiling and stuff that we just cannot do. But other than that, like some of my furniture is supposed to start coming in literally tomorrow. And so after like once my furniture starts coming in, like we can start setting that up. And then I know like we need to finish the wallpaper in the bathroom, and then just going in and doing some touch-ups. And so not much at all, but definitely the back warehouse still has kind of a long way to go. But we're aiming to do our grand opening. We were aiming for like the beginning of January, but I think we're gonna push it back to most likely the beginning of February for sure. Y'all, look at that gold. It's so pretty. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just do the top coat on all of them, because the only other thing that I'm going to apply is just rhinestones. But this building, y'all, has definitely been an experience for sure. But y'all, just a little reminder that if you aren't subscribed, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you hit the little bell so you are notified every time that I post. And then, of course, that you like and comment under this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. And I would try my best to see it when you post it. All right, so went ahead and did the top coat, and so now I'm gonna just cure them for 60 seconds. Thank you. Yes, the gold is absolutely beautiful, y'all. Definitely one of my favorites. So y'all, so do y'all celebrate Christmas on like Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? Because I don't know if it's just a Mexican thing or what, but we always celebrate on Christmas Eve and then party through like Christmas Day. But I don't know if that's just like a Mexican thing or what. Um, I honestly have not ever tried that acrylic, so I'm not very sure at all. Portia, okay, so Portia said, for us getting out of school, do you recommend doing booth rent or a commission? So, excuse me. When it comes to that, so when you're doing booth rent, you want to make sure that, of course, like you already have supplies, that you already have clients, because when you do booth rent, like it don't matter if you have clients or not, like you're responsible for paying that booth rent. And so if one week like you have zero clients, like you still have to pay that booth rent. You still have to provide your own products. Now, if you do commission, of course, like I don't know too many nail shops. I guess just depending on what kind of shop you're at, you're able to do, of course, commission, but um it's gonna just, I feel like as a beginner, like it's more of like a smarter idea to do commission if you have no clients at all. The only thing that a lot of the shops that will do commission will be some of the more traditional nail shops, which would be the nail shops, like the Asian nail shops, I guess I could say. And a lot of the time when you work there, like I just had somebody message me saying that they were working at a commission based nail shop, but literally all they had her doing was pedicures. And that's the only thing you want to make sure that whenever you pick a place to work at that does commission is somewhere that like you're gonna basically enjoy, and they're not gonna take advantage and have you doing pedicures from day in to day out. So definitely be careful when it comes to that. But it's really just more of like a personal preference, for sure. Like y'all, like I said, it just also depends on the shop that you're working at, because you could go to a commission based salon and have like a great experience, and then you could go to somewhere else, and that's also a commission base, and then have a horrible experience. So I would definitely say to do your research, maybe ask around if you know anybody else that do nails, and just kind of see what salons would be good to start at. But like I said, if you already have like clientele, like when I first started, or when I first finished school, like I just was doing nails out of my parents' house, because I already had people whose nails I was doing. And so I didn't have to worry about, going out and looking for clients. Like I are already basically had a pretty nice clientele to start with. And then of course, as time went by, I would pick up people here and there. But for the most part, I already had people that were coming to me before I even graduated school. But definitely whatever is more convenient for you. Like I said, of course, doing like a commission base, or actually doing like a booth rent, it's definitely a bigger expense, because you have to provide for all of your products, all of your equipment, to where whenever you go somewhere that's booth or commission, most of the time they provide you with everything. You just show up and get to work. But if anybody, okay, so has anybody on here ever done like booth rent? If, or not booth, well, I guess, yeah, booth rent or commission, and which one do you recommend? And, what was your experience basically? Because, like I said, when I was working at a salon, which this, I literally worked there for like 2 weeks, y'all, and I was super young. But it was like a horrible experience. It was the Asian salon, and I was doing pedicures from the time I got there to the time I left. And it was just horrible, y'all. Like, I left after, like, I think that Monday of my third week, I went in, and then I literally left for lunch, and I never came back, because it was torture. No, I'm not covering all of the gold. Like, you can still see some of the gold, but I definitely wanted to do some bling on there for sure. But I'm not going to do any on the other gold ones, so or the ombre gold ones, so it'll still be cute. Portia, so what you want to do is make sure that you just advertise yourself for sure, whether that's on Facebook, on Instagram, word of mouth, or if you have people whose nails you're already doing, it's a really good idea if you do like a referral. And so you basically just tell, or like do a little like card or punch card, and then every time that they referred somebody to you, you like like punch a little hole in the card or whatever, or just jot it down. And then after they refer like 5 people to you, maybe you do a free set on them or a free fill. And then that way clients are like, oh, like I need to hurry up and like refer some more people so I can get a. Okay, so I did the bling on the ring finger. So yes, I do press on nails. I don't do 'em as often anymore because I just don't have time. But I actually have a client that just texts me. I've done quite a few different press on nails for her, but she just texts me about doing two sets of press-on nails for her birthday. So if you guys want, I can either like go live or film a video of me doing her press-on nails. If you guys had any questions on that. But I do have a few videos on how I do my press-on nails as well. And to apply my stones, I'm just going in with my hard gel. So definitely, okay, so somebody said what's easier, press-ons or acrylic? And y'all, so they're definitely like two completely different things. Now, I will say that I actually do apply acrylic over my press-on nails, because that way they're super sturdy and you can keep reusing them, because whenever you take them off, they're not gonna break off. So you can just keep reusing them. But I definitely will do a video on me doing her press-on nails and post it for you guys. Or where you guys, well, I don't know when I'm gonna do them, but I definitely could go live when I'm doing them if that's something that you guys would like me to do. So would you guys like me to do a live, or do y'all want me to just film a video in case you aren't able to catch the live? Because I know I'll most likely do them this week. Okay, so somebody said do a live. Live, okay. Both. If I do a live, I will save it, so that way, you know, if you miss it, you could always go back and watch it. But I know when I do a live, I'm able to be a little bit more detailed, because you know, even though like I always talk through the steps, but when I'm live, like I just talk a lot more than whenever I'm doing a voiceover. Just going in and doing some bling in between the little snowflakes. Curing that. And then lastly, on the pinky, I'm gonna do a sweater now, and I'll show you guys how I do that. So I'm gonna put my bling away. And then for my sweater nail, I'm gonna be using this brown gel polish in the color Walnut by D&D. So, okay, so somebody just asked me how much would something like this cost. So you guys tell me, how much do you guys how much do you guys think something like this would charge or cost? Yeah, I'm tired, so I'm a little delusional right now. So while y'all comment, I'm gonna go in, and like I said, I'm using the color Walnut Brown by D&D, and I'm gonna do my sweater nail. So just going in, and as I mentioned, I've already done a top coat on this nail, so it's already dried and everything. Just going in with some lines down the side of the nail. And it's kind of hard to see because, of course, it's camouflaging, but you will be able to see that texture once I'm done. And then just doing lines down the side. Gets a little tricky, y'all. Okay, just like that. And then I'm gonna go in with one of my small dotting tools, and I'm gonna go in with some dot, or maybe not, because the spaces are pretty small. So instead of doing the dots, now I'm just gonna go in with my satin brown acrylic powder, and then with my cuticle pusher. Okay, actually, since I can't find my cuticle pusher, I'm just going to use this. So what I'm going to do is, while the gel polish is still wet, I'm going to go in and just pour the acrylic over the top of the nail. Alrighty, so just like that, and then I'm going to go ahead and cure for 60 seconds, or 30 seconds actually. And like I said, I did this while that brown gel polish was still wet. So I don't know what the question was, but I see somebody saying, because I can't scroll right now, but I if you're looking for affordable gel polishes, I have a lot of Model One's gel polishes, and I really like them. Like, the bottles are pretty small, but it comes with a wide variety of colors. A lot of the time you can find some that comes with, like, all different type of bright colors or nude colors, or they have some where it'll be like a whole bunch of different shades of pink or blue or brown. And so those are usually the ones that I buy. Those are actually the ones that I have here at my house, because I don't have all of my products that I usually have, at my shop. But I'll show you guys some of the ones that I have. And I actually did a video not too long ago on some of the products that I get from Amazon, and those are definitely some of my go-tos, are those gel polishes. But I'm just going in and just dusting that off. And so now we're left with, like, hopefully you guys can see it, but that textured, like, sweater look. And that's pretty much it, y'all. So I think I'm just going to leave it how it is. Of course, even though it's just my practice hand, I still like to go in and do a little bit of cuticle oil, just because it literally just, even on this practice hand, it makes everything just pop. So just adding a little bit of cuticle oil on her fingers, which I've still have yet to name my practice hand. So if you have a name that you think would be cute to name her, just let me know. Hopefully it'll stop being blurry. Hopefully it'll focus. And put her rings on. Rebecca. Somebody said Rebecca. Natty. What else? Give me more ideas. Annabelle. Is it Annabelle, like from that scary movie? Y'all, these nails are so pointy, like it literally is ripping through my gloves. Sabrina. Okay. So, somebody said Kim. Okay, somebody said, it's the best when doing sweater designs to use clear or the color of design, such as the brown or brown you use. So as long as you do, like, if you do, so like I use the brown gel polish, and so you could always go in and just do like you know, a colored gel polish, and then you can do clear acrylic because it's still gonna show up whatever color you used underneath. But this is the final look. Definitely love the glitter and the different, hold on, and the different shades of nude. I love the glitter as well. Let me see. Give her a little bit more of a spotlight so you guys can see that shine. But let me know what you guys think. I definitely love them for sure. This one looks really good with that nude acrylic, which was Dusty Rose. So as I mentioned, all of the acrylics that I use, the nail tips, files, buffers, monomer, everything is available on my website, which is Get Nail 32. So if you guys are interested on shopping or checking anything out, be sure to click the link down below, and then I'll also link the practice hand that I'm using. But y'all, this turned out super, super cute. Here's another view. Hold on. Really pretty. But yeah, so thank you all so much for tuning in to this unexpected last minute live. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll be sure to go live again. I know people were saying they wanted me to go live while I do some press on nails. So I'll be sure to do that for you guys. But as always, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at GetNail32. Check out my website at getnail32.com. And I will see you guys next time. And I don't know, I may, let me see. Let me go back through the names. I don't know, y'all. I'm going to decide on a name, and then next time I do a video, I'll be sure to have a name for my practice hand. But again, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Get some rest and get ready for a new week, which is our Christmas week. So thank you all so much again, and I will see you guys next time.